Hi, I'm Tiffany of Tip Stitch, and welcome to my YouTube channel where we discuss all things sewing and DIY. If you follow me, you know I usually have a whole intro for these kind of pattern release videos, but I am short on time because the big five dropped Simplicity, Nomi, and McCall's at the same time just yesterday. And in the spirit of trying to get these videos out as soon as possible, I'm foregoing doing my whole intro. This video is for Nomi patterns for the spring release of 2024, and let's just jump right into it. We're going to do like we usually do, start with the lowest number pattern and work our way up to the top. I'm going to share my thoughts. I hope you share yours in the comment. Be sure to subscribe, like, and share if you like this video, and let's get right into it. First up for the spring Nomi pattern release, we have a brand new designer, Lynn Brandley. Now, if you are on socials and you're in the sewing community, you probably are already familiar with Lynn. She does some great work with adaptive clothing and just other things. Her wardrobe is amazing. She is so amazing at her craft. Like if you don't already follow her, definitely check her out. That's number one. But now let's get into the pattern. This is a pattern that's giving me sort of like a Western vibe. And I swear these people knew Beyonce was dropping this country album because I think that this top is very unique. You can see here, it's sort of giving you like the basis of a denim jacket with the flaps and the button down and the collar and sort of the panel, but it takes a whole new twist on it by giving it more of a peplum look as well as a pleated puff sleeve with a band. And then that is paired with a very classic sort of straight leg jean, which, you can never go wrong with the jean. They do say that these jeans fit below the waist, but it has a traditional fly front and a button closure, waistband, and belt loops. So you can see here, I like the way she styled it. It's giving me Western country rodeo vibes in a way. I think that it is very cute on her. It's definitely a very unique look. I have not seen this in a pattern before. I really like sort of like the shape of this hemline here. It's very interesting. Now you're going to have a wide leg jean here. These are actually pretty basic. I'm pretty sure there's another pattern in my stash that I can make these jeans with, but since it comes with the top, I'm not mad at it. And you guys know I love as many views as possible in a pattern release. So I love this cute little button cuff detail on this. Very cute. I could see myself making this. I could see myself wearing it. I wonder if you can wear it open a little bit like a jacket as well, or is that going to mess up the hemline? I don't know. We're going to have to find out. And I always like to check. Yep, this goes up to a size 26. So not as size inclusive of some of the patterns that cover to a 38 women's, but this is better than it stopping at an 18 or something like that. So I guess they're working on their size inclusivity and hopefully they will continue to work to expand that as well. But this is a super cute pattern and such a fun first Nomi pattern from Lynn. Our next pattern is brought to us by Aronica B. Cole, and it is 2072. Now, I love me some Aronica, so like, I just want to put that out there. I love Aronica. She's such a pleasure of a person, and she is really making some amazing patterns that are size inclusive to embody everybody, which I think it's really great. And this is no exception. So let me also add, I love a dress jumpsuit. Like, if I can take the bottoms of something and make it a jumpsuit and a dress, color me impressed. So I already like the fact that this is giving you a jumpsuit and a dress. The jumpsuit has wide legs, sort of gathered at the top. You have this waistband to sort of cinch you in at the waist, and then these gathered or drawstring shoulders with an open back, but with the tie closure to make sure, everything stays together. So I think this is super cute. There's got to be an invisible zipper here at the back crotch, probably. You have pockets built in. And then the dress is going to be the same for the bodice, but instead you're going to have a gathered panel skirt and an additional ruffle, sort of gathered tier. I'm not a huge fan of gathered tier, so I would probably just extend this or make it a midi length if I was doing the dress. And I would also probably omit the buttons, unless I just found some really stylish buttons I wanted to use. But since they're not functional, that is not a problem at all. And here on the pattern cover, she shows us both views. I love the way that she did the eyelet dress in the white because I love that. That's so spring. That's so summer to me. Is an eyelet white dress with the short skirt under it with the like little peak and hint of leg below. Like that's a look for me. And then of course I love anything in denim. So this jumpsuit version in denim also so stinking cute. But let's look at the dress again here with like the eyelet. You can see where the lining stops here. And then you have again, I would probably take off the ruffle and just extend it all the way down or just keep it short and then maybe make the underskirt like really like a micro mini. Maybe, I don't know. But yeah, I think this is a super cute pattern, and because it is brought to us by Aronica, it's going to be more size inclusive. So we're covering from a size 10 to an 18 in one pattern envelope and 20 to 30, well, probably 20 to 38 in one, and then 30 to 38 in the other, which I just think is great. I will definitely be grabbing this pattern because I could see myself wearing it this summer. Just, well, this spring and summer, just very cute. Alicia Grace is the designer for 2073, and this is a super cute two-piece set. You have a crop top and a skirt, and I actually want to start with the line drawing on this as well because this crop top has like this twisted front, which is very cute, and a zipper back with the adjustable straps. Now, I find oftentimes in these kind of tops that a zippered center back is hard to reach and get into. So I would either move this zipper to the side or I would shorten both of the back panels, create some loops, some fabric loops, and do a corseted back, which I actually prefer because then I can adjust it exactly how I want it on that particular day. But I digress. I do love the fact that there are adjustable straps here because I like that in a spaghetti strap. So that's super cute. The skirt, I was a little bit on the fence about because I don't typically like dropped yoke skirts, but here's where I think this one may be okay. One, the drop yoke isn't so dropped. Like it comes right to the curve of the hip. It doesn't go all the way to the end of the curve and back across. Also, since it's shaped, it adds a little bit more interest. It actually gives me a little bit of like a Western vibe. And again, I'm sorry if y'all aren't Beyonce fans, but Beyonce told us to get ready for the rodeo. Do you hear me? So I feel like this kind of skirt goes with like the cowboy boot, rodeo, hand me a lasso, buckle bunny kind of vibe. It just does. Um, but anyway, even if you're not a fan, even if you're not here for the rodeo, even if you're not ready to say yeehaw and Texas Hold'em, I think this is a really cute dress. She gives or two-piece set. She gives us two very different looks here in the solid green with again that drop yoke. And I think she mentioned on her stories that you can sort of wear the skirt as high or as low as you want to. She has chosen to bring it up to fit right under the crop. And I know for a lot of us that may be a little insecure about our midsection, that gives you the coverage, but you can still have the fun of wearing the crop top. I also really, really love it in this multicolored gingham plaid situation. Very, very cute. Again, she's wearing a little bit higher, but super cute look. Could be dressed up, dressed down. I think it is different. I haven't seen anything quite like this, although we have seen a lot of crop tops and yoked skirt. Something about this pairing is giving me just a little bit different. So if this is your vibe, get into it. If not, I guess pass. 2074 is by Alyssa Threads, and this is a jumpsuit and a dress, or a romper and a dress. And like I stated on Aronica's pattern, I'm usually a sucker for if you can get both in one pattern. This is a little different though, because this isn't a bodice with two different bottoms. This is sort of like, you know what this reminds me of? It's sort of like a baby onesie. So you have that baby skirted thing where you just zip up the bottom, and then you have the baby onesie that sort of snaps in the middle. And this is what it's giving me. I think because it's just so simply shaped. You have the drop shoulder and you have the like button down placket. But let's look at it on Alyssa, because this is one of the patterns that I actually think the pattern looks better on than in the line drawing. So I feel like you could wear this as a real micro mini out and about this spring and summer. I guess if you really wanted to, you could slip on a pair of leggings or pants underneath this as well and treat it a little bit more like a top than a dress if the length is just too short for you. Obviously, you could also extend it to whatever length that you like. Super simple. Just add some inches to the bottom of the hem. And then you have the romper here. You can barely see it, but there definitely is like a little short here. And this sort of reminds me of like a painter's smock. This looks very artistic to me. It looks like, you should be painting the Sixtine Chapel. I don't know why. My brain is weird sometimes. But I could definitely see this being a pattern that gets made. It's different. It's not something that I think I've seen recently. But yeah, it is a vibe. I'd be interested to know what you guys think about this one. I'm not quite sure that I would grab it, but I could definitely see somebody else doing something with it. Donnie Q stays giving me patterns that I don't know if I need or not, but I'm willing to consider. All right, so this is a two-piece set. You're going to have a unlined jacket and a pair of pants. So for this jacket, it's going to be sort of like a blazer look because you're going to have the lapels. There are patched sort of pockets with a button flap as well as a chest pocket. And these raglan sleeves, which I do like raglan sleeves on a coat slash jacket slash blazer situation. And this really unusual pocket on the back that if you hate it, you could obviously just omit. But that's just a different kind of twist there, I guess. Not sure what fits in that pocket, but it's just a thing. And then you have these straight leg, sort of slim leg pants here that almost have a cargo vibe because of this one pocket, but basically just looks like slim fit trousers or jeans. So let's look at them on Donnie. You can see here that, it's just, a jacket. It looks like a twill or a cotton. Here, the pockets are nice. Let's see if they show us the interesting back pocket. Yep, they do. Right here. Again, don't know what I put in that pocket or how I reach it, but it's unique. And then you have these slim fitting pants here, which looks like he's done them in a denim. So yeah, right up my alley about this, basically this being a slim fit jean. But I don't know, there's something about it that I sort of like. It gives me the look of, again, like an artist, right? Like, I don't know, a musician or an actual, paint artist. I don't know. It gives me some kind of vibe. Let me know what you think about this one too. Handmade Millennial has brought us another front to back reversible dress. This is 2076. So we'll take a look at the line drawings first, just to look at this front and back. So you can see here that it says front back for both views. So you can either do the singular angled line across the body as the front, or this sort of two-tiered directional diagonal view for the front. Or, you can make it however you want it and then just wear it how you want to wear it that day, which is what I like about her patterns. They're very unique. They're very different. So you have here a shorter length and a longer length, but additionally, it's just reversible. So you can wear it however you like. I do wonder if I can use two fronts and two backs, right? Like maybe I just want the single angle line. I guess I could just sew two fronts or two backs, depending on how you look at it, and sew them together. And the same thing for the two-tiered, but let's look at it on her because I do think this is a unique look. So here you can see the two-tiered with the center seam, which is an interesting look. I don't know if she shows it to us in the longer version. I think we just see the front with the single angled, and this fabric is gorgeous in sort of the hand dipped ombre looking. I feel like she's probably dyed that herself. But yeah, this is a cute, flirty sort of dress. You can do it in the above the knee view like you have here, or you can do it more in the midi view. This is also something that I think could be dressed up or dressed down, depending on the fabric that you chose. So here we can see the back, where the front of this had the two tiers, the back has the single tier, and then the blue back would have the two tiers. The other thing that I'm surprised she didn't do here is you could easily color block this and make this very interesting from the front and from the back. I am probably going to be grabbing this pattern and having a lot of fun with it. 2078 is brought to us by Gwen Hing. I think I'm pronouncing that right. And this is a cute top that's essentially just a V-neck pull on shirt. But let's look a little closer because it's definitely giving us nautical theme, right? You have this sailor's collar here equipped fully with the knots, or you can do the grommet view with like a rope or twill or, ribbon, whatever you want to put in here. But the nautical would definitely be like a braided rope that you could do here. And I usually am all for a nautical thing because I do like navy and white together. I'm not a fan of sailor's collars though, so I would probably never make view A. View B is a little intriguing to me because again, I am sort of a sucker for nautical here and there, but I don't actually know that I'd make either one of these tops. Although if you would just like a nice V-neck top, like knit pullover top, I think this would be a good one to get because you could simply omit the collar and not insert the grommets and just have a cute V-neck fitted tee. But this is definitely cute, especially if you're into the nautical look or if you were playing on like a Sailor Moon kind of vibe for a con or something. I definitely think it's cute. It's just not something that I would wear. Y'all know I love me some Julian, and this is his pattern 2079. And my favorite thing about this pattern is how he has brought this asymmetric fly to men's pants. So if you remember Kichi B style Nomi pattern 2054 from the last season drop, this is sort of the men's version of that pant. Hers are very much cargo with the tie on the side and the cargo pockets and the drawstring at the bottom, but this is more like an asymmetrical fly on a very tailored men's pant. You're going to have the slant pockets, you're going to have very tapered leg, and even the finished detail of having welt pockets on the back. And I'm just happy that the men have something more interesting than a zip up fly front pant. Like I'm just happy. I mean, this is essentially what this is, but it has the twist of adding like the crossover fly, which I think is interesting. And then the top is sort of like a jacket almost because it's double breasted. I don't think I've ever seen double breasted on a men's shirt before, but it's definitely a different look. Julian does it in like a bright hot pink here. You can see both pieces together. And I just like that he pushes the envelope to give men a little bit more to play with as far as their patterns and their sewing journey is concerned. The Stitch Fits is bringing us a really cute athleisure look. This is making me think about, again, me in middle school in the 90s. Like tennis skirts were really popular, jerseys were really popular then. It's bringing me back to the athletic wear. And the tennis dress theme is definitely like in this season. Again, we had another tennis dress pattern in the McCall's drop that was cute. Aronica just dropped a pleated like tennis skirt with built-in shorts with made for mermaids. So this sort of tennis athleisure look, it's very much in. I want to look at the line drawings first just to show you the details that are in this tennis dress because I think they're important. You have a shelf bra, which I always love, right? If you're going to have these little spaghetti straps, athleisure wear anywhere, just go ahead and give me the shelf bra. Maybe I need a little bit more support, but at least you're giving me something. You have adjustable straps here. Again, another love. The built-in shorts. Again, chef's kiss. Thank you. And then the overskirt with the cute little kick pleat on the side. Very, very cute. Or little slit on the side. Very cute. And then there's a cropped hoodie with this huge hood. I can tell by the line drawing this hood is huge. With the drawstring, a zip up front, the kangaroo pockets, very cute. I'll see how I feel about the crop length, but I have been leaning towards like cropped sweatshirts and stuff here recently. So I think that is cute. And if we look at it on her, she's just adorable. So you have the tennis dress here in black. It's sort of giving me like, Serena Williams tennis vibes. I mean, not, you know what I'm saying. The black, you know how Serena liked to wear black in a one piece. And then you have the oversized hoodie. So you can see how big this hoodie is over her hair and her hat. I'm not sure how much I'm going to like that, but even if I don't like it, I'll just pull a hoodie like the hood pattern from another hoodie and swap it out, but I'll give this one a try. Again, I'm just more into making things that are comfy and cozy at this point in my life. So this is something that I can definitely see myself making. I will be grabbing this pattern. I love this pattern by the Corny Rainbow or Nefertiti because I love Nefertiti. She's so sweet and I'm so excited that she had her baby. Is this anyway? If you follow her, you know. So I'm just think this is super cute, and I don't know because I don't check for them, obviously. But I don't know the last time I've seen like a maternity pattern from the Big Five, especially not one that's this cute. They do make sure to put in a disclaimer down here that it can be worn as non-maternity. So don't just, pass over this one just because you ain't pregnant and ain't about to be. So you have a shorts version here as well as the long version, a button-down placket, a collar, either sort of like a dropped off shoulder or a drop shoulder with a sleeve and a cuff and a chest pocket. All details that I typically really like. I would be lying if I didn't say I was concerned a little bit about how much room might be eased in here in the middle. I don't know if there'll be any instructions or options of how to like take in or let in that ease, but again, it's a loose fitting jumpsuit. They are really popular. A lot of them have a lot of ease. So there's no reason to think that you couldn't wear this, not pregnant. But I do like the way that it buttoned down is super cute. She mentions in her story that if you are pregnant or postpartum, that it's really easy to the breastfeeding because you can just unbutton, your however many buttons you need to do here. It's not like, well, I mean, I guess if you have to go to the bathroom, you have to get all the way out of it. But, just to breastfeed, you wouldn't have to. And I love it in this fabric. I have this fabric. I've made something with this fabric, but it is gorgeous on this scale from head to toe. Very cute. Again, I think this is a really cute jumpsuit pattern. I would love to see somebody, who's not pregnant make it, but I think it's cute. And even if it is a little bit of extra room in the middle, which obviously it probably will be, just make you a sash belt. It doesn't come with this pattern, but that's really just 2 strips of fabric, sewn together. So you could do that. You could use a pre-purchase belt and cinch it in. I think this is a really cute pattern. Peachy Bee Style always brings us super cute, unique patterns, and this jumpsuit is no exception. Let's look at the line drawings for this one specifically, 2082, because I want you to see the details here. You have a very wide leg pant, which I like actually here. You have the scoop in, not really slant, but scoop like pockets here on the side. And then you have this corset like style in the midriff. And I think that's what's really interesting, especially in view B, where you have the contrasting fabric. She also has the flange sleeves or flange here at the arm side, which I'm a fan of. I like them on her previous jumpsuit pattern, sweatshirt pattern. Lastly, we have Kitchi Bree Style bringing us a jumpsuit. And as usual, she has not disappointed. She has brought us something unique and different here with this jumpsuit. I'm not sure whether to start with the pictures or the line drawing, but maybe this time let's start with the pattern envelope. You can see here that there are 2 different views. Once we look at the line drawings, you'll see they're essentially the same. I love it here in red. It's a jumpsuit with more of a fitted bodice and a corseted midriff waistband area with a very wide pant for the leg. You can see it better here in this denim version because you have the accent of this very tropical floral fabric in between along with the bag. Super cute. But this shows you what that corseted area really looks like. It almost looks like you have on a jumpsuit that you threw a corset over, but this is all one piece. So I think that is super cute and unique. You could definitely style this so many different ways with those options. Let's look at the line drawing so I can really show you what's going on here. You'll see on view A, you see the paneling of this corset in the middle that'll keep you snatched. You have pockets, of course, because you need that in a jumpsuit. And then view B is essentially the same, except for you've added the contrast at the corseted midriff area and the flange sleeve at the shoulders or the arm side. So I could see this all kinds of ways. It's a very cute and unique pattern, and I expect nothing less from her at this point. Well, that's all for the Know Me collection for 2024. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. I always like to know what you guys think. And if you enjoyed this video, please be sure to like, subscribe, or share it with another sewist. This helps me more than you know. Also, as you know, I'm fully monetized now. So if you'd like to leave me a super thanks, I would be more than appreciative. And any gifts that I receive there go right back into the channel and bringing you more great content, so that you can also learn to sew or master your sewing skills. Until next time, happy sewing. Bye.